This is me, Muhammad Tasim Ahmed, and today we are going to look at Chapter 3 Hardware. And this topic is very much common in every IGCSE or O-level question or GCSE questions, whatever you could say. Over here, like 50% of the questions come from this chapter, and for us, we have to study much more up to this, I guess. And even in 2025, as you can see, that a lot of questions also were from this topics. I mean, small questions, but even there were some harder ones too, either way. Like in 2025, not in 2026, because 2026 hasn't been yet given or posted. And as you know that only 2025, I think in 2026, February, March was already given. Alright. Only. So let's move on to the topic, what it wants and what we have to study. Over here, as you can see, we have the syllabus overview and contents what we have to actually study mostly, and over here it's a little bit of things and notes were given over here, like what actually they want you to understand, or what how you will answer the questions related to these topics. This is also another thing, so I would recommend you to what you have to do is just study it once and once and once again, so that you can master everything, mostly in anything. So just read this syllabus and try to find out if something's missing in the notes I have provided or in the books, whatever you're comfortable with. Let's look at the things. So over here, as you can see that mostly we are over here getting to the point of CPU and microprocessor. In the beginning of the chapter, it was written over there like what is CPU or what is microprocessor, and you know about all this because most of the questions also comes from this, and even in topicals you will find a lot of them anyway. Rules of CPU is process all instructions, takes input, process and output. If you have actually learned these things in your like previous grades, then you are able to know it. Microprocessor, integrated circuit on a chip, much more limited instructions than CPU and used on specific tasks. These are the basic things like you learn from those grades, like with no harder words, I guess, but you're learning those, I guess. And over here, so there's some PC components like and you know that these components are very much important, and you will find some questions related to like in missing table formats, like in the data transmission. Like last topicals, I have actually given one missing table topics, and I was supposed to send another video on the it was data representation, my bad, not data transmission. I didn't even post it yet. And in data transmission, there was a missing table question over there. I have actually like given what mostly actually needed. So those questions are very much important, like this. For this one, they might give you a table and they will say that like write the description about address bus, or they will say accumulator or numeric logical unit. So I will send that. Sorry for the background noise if you were able to hear it. I don't know if I'll be able to finish this chapter by today, but I will try to. And I have less time to actually consume or spend over here. So just read this thing and read it 1 to 3 times, whatever you're comfortable with. PC, and PC holds the address to the next instruction to be processed. MAR, memory address register, where you store those address, and where data or an instruction is located in the RAM. Memory address, the memory data register, the register stores data and or an instruction when it's fetched from the RAM. Control unit, component that signals and whatever it is. Let's just read it many more times so that you are able to understand. Like, I would say that memorizing is the best thing, because if you like memorize it and repeatedly remember them, then it will be easier for you. Whenever they will give very type of defined questions, then you'll be able to answer it. Even if it's 2 marks or 3 marks, they will give some 3 marks or 2 marks type of questions, and you might get panicked, like, oh my god, I have actually learned 1 mark question, but I didn't understand there was 2 marks question either way. I will show some questions that are in 3 marks, like arithmetic and logical unit over here. This arithmetic logical unit comes with 3 marks, 2 marks, 1 mark, but most of the question I have seen was 2 marks and 3 marks. So I will show it no matter what it is. So this is a diagram component of CPU. Like, I don't know, like most of the there are many diagrams in the question papers. Like, they would draw in a different way. Like in mark schemes, mostly in mark schemes, you will find out they are drawing it in a different way. Like, they will tell you to draw some address buses and then RAM, like how they actually transfers the data, like that way. So next we have just you like 3 to 5 times draw it, then you will be able to actually understand what they actually want. In 2026, I guess one of when I gave the exam, there was no drawings. So yeah. Next we have fetch, decode, execute cycle, where registers decode and fetch. How do you actually like fetch, decode, and then execute? So first you have to know what is register, and then you go for the fetch, decode, execute cycle, where you in the fetch section, it's a very much what I should say, compiled things. Like, all the points are included in the fetch, all the points are included in the decode, and all the points are included in execute. Like, it's serial by serial. You can see that all the things are answered in a way that you are able to understand. If they tell you to do fetch, execute, like describe what is fetch, execute, then you will write all the points for 5 marks, 5 or 6 or I think 4 marks, whatever it is. Like, they will give questions for 4 marks, 5 marks, 6 marks, whatever it is. Just you have to write them. Next we have this is execute, where if the decoded data needs to mathematical processing. This is execute cycle, and they will tell you to do what the same thing, like describe the execute cycle. Then you actually have to describe it. Factors of performance of CPU: core, clock, and cache. The most important part of the topic, because most of like I have seen that 20 to 30%, like majority questions comes from this, with some hardware thingies like these ones, and so over here what you have to do is just read up and understand. Like, just memorize the definition only, like this thing. I would say if they give you for 3 marks, then I would say include all these points, like any points, I guess. But depends on the question, like what they're actually wanting from in the code. Okay, in clock the same thing, and in the cache it's also same thing. And in clock, what it means, that clock means number of FD power seconds. So fetch, decode, execute cycles in a second, so it's called clock, and 1 hertz is 1 FTE cycle, usually 1 GHz, which is 1 billion hertz. Like they will give some questions related to what is mean by 2 gigahertz. So that time you actually have to like, what I should say, that time actually you have to write the answer like this way. Overclocking, they will show the what is the um, what is the only solution for making the clock move faster. That time you will answer one more question is called overclocking. Whatever it is, so then this means the more core can be processed by a core per second. I don't know. This means that more instruction can be processed by a core per second. Sorry, I got cough and stuff like that, so making the video is tough. Cache, next is cache. Over here, data storage in CPU, which is stored frequently used data, so it is unfetched again and again. Increasing makes can make faster, whatever it is. Let's move on to the next one, which is about embedded system. I would say that there's a lot of properties. Like they will ask you to like write 3 to 4 properties, and what am I saying? Like 1 to 2 properties. Like there are a lot of properties, but they will ask for only 2 marks, 3 marks, whatever they want. They will just ask for it. Let's move on. This is a very complete. What I should say. This is a very complete organized notes. You could ever say, because like in books they won't actually like tell those things properly, and yeah. So this is 1 point input and output devices. Over here there's some syllabus contents. Just read it. Like from this topic they will actually just give you some short type of scenario question. I will show it, no problem. Like in the last years, like in 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, they will ask for you to, they will just they would ask like describe what barcode scanner means, digital camera means, keyboard, microphone, whatever it is. They will just ask you like this way. Like even there was a question for touch screen, resistive, capacitive or infrared, what type of want to use. Even there was a question for like 2D dimensional and 3D dimensional. So you just have to read those from the book or even from my notes. I don't know I have given those things properly or not, but I have given some of them, not like in a short version. Let's look at it. And this is a sensors type. So sometimes there was 5 marks question there was a 5 marks question, include a sensor with a microprocessor. Like they will give a scenario and you have to mention the sensor, describe what type of sensor you use, and with the microprocessor, describe how the microprocessor works. Like that way they will give some questions and you have to choose one of those from the given scenario type thing. Like you have to like choose the sensors depending on the scenario. Like depending on the scenario you have to actually choose the sensor, and then you have to like copy paste the microprocessor thing, like how the microprocessor works, like whatever. Next I'll show some questions and you must actually answer those that way. So these are the things which you must know. Yeah, and most importantly, just you have to read them. I actually in my life I never had these types of for me I didn't had any of these type of questions, like only those simple questions and not else. Like I'll just show some of them, like how you guys have to answer those. But in this but in the other syllabus they would actually keep it. But now in this syllabus they doesn't keep it. Output devices, like there were some input devices and then output devices, how the output devices works, use of it, the description of it, like there's some description, stuff like that, then some more output devices. And now this comes as the sensor and the automated system, the same thing, used in automated system. It designed to operate without any human intervention, whatever it is. And types of sensor, like acoustic, whatever it is, just read those. Like I would say, just don't memorize it, but like you don't have to memorize these all the things, like that, not like that. Just read it. Next we have the 3.3. I think I will be able to finish this chapter today. I don't know. 3.3 data storage. I will come. No, I will actually finish this chapter today. Alright. Primary storage. Primary storage is directly accessible by CPU. Store data currently being used, temporary data, and there are two types of primary storage. The ROM and RAM. And over here, RAM is directly accessible by CPU, volatile, and as you can see, wait for a moment. Okay, so over here, directly accessible by CPU, volatile, like they will just give you some like they will ask you some, write the difference between difference or similarities. They'll ask you some to answer about difference and the similarities between RAM and ROM. Then you just have to write some from these things. Even they will ask you some, write, define what is mean by, define RAM, define ROM, whatever it is. And then we have secondary storage, where not accessible by CPU, stores data permanently until deleted date by user. Three types of secondary storage: magnetic storage, solid state, and optical storage. So secondary storage, magnetic, solid state, and optical. These are big points, but they will ask you to write 5 to 6 points, 5 to 6 or 7. Like I have never seen these types of question anymore. Like in the last years, I have in 19, 20, and 19, 20, 21. Like that time they had given some like box type question, like filling the box. Like filling the blocks means, I mean, they would give some those types of question where you just have to like answer some big deals, whatever it is. Like no worries, I'll show some of those questions and you will be able to answer it, understand it. Solid state drive, like this, just read and read. And then optical storage, just read the things. I think you just shouldn't memorize it, but if you read and read it, then you'll be able to understand it. Virtual memory and cloud storage. This topic actually goes for a lot. I would say that they have given some question from this, 2 to 3%. Virtual memory and storage. Types of memory: extension of RAM created with the hard drive section. Then in cloud storage, this cloud servers stored in queries and stored in servers. And benefits and drawbacks of cloud storage. It's a very important thing. It's an important question. They would keep some from this. And benefits is it's cheap, not responsible for security, maintenance, whatever it is they're looking for. And benefits and drawbacks, because you can see that available all times. Local storage. This is local cloud storage, and this is local storage. And this is the network and hardware. I would say just read those stuffs and memorize the advantages. read and plus memorize it, and memorize basically the definitions. Definitions, I mean defining questions. I mean, for the defining questions, you just have to memorize the things, nothing else. Next we have the network and hardware, where NIC, unique network interface card, media access control, MAC address, even in IP address. Even I'll show some even IPv4, IPv6 router, and yeah. So how do you actually like remember this? Like there's a easy method I would show you. Like for network NIC, components necessary for the computer to access to network devices sent to receive data, and wireless and network can be wired or wireless, and a unique MAC address. With two or more pieces joined together, each NIC's MAC address and manufacturing, whatever it is, like just read this stuff. If they give you some questions like this, then just like answer these points, nothing else. You might say that why I'm telling you to read always, not to memorize. Like, I don't think that memorizing all the things are very much important. For me, I have done it, but it didn't give me any benefit. So just understand it, what it actually wants, and remember the key points only. Memorize only the key points. That's it. Alright. So I'm going to show you a demonstration, like where the MAC address are found, where these IP addresses are found. There are two IP address, dynamic and statics. Basically I don't find dynamic and statics anywhere. Yeah, I find it, but IPv4 and IPv6 I find these things. Alright. Like dynamic IP, then router. Yeah, the router we use like this type of routers. Like this is a type of shape where you get those antennas right in here, TP link or something like those networks. So you just connect your phone with it, signal goes to here and there, back and forth, by using the IPs. So let's show you what IP actually looks. Okay, bro. As you can see over here, I have given some things which are related to over here, and you can see that wait, I think not this one. Oh wait. Okay, bro. As you can see that in here there are some IPs, and I have taken from somewhere else, whatever it is, because I don't want to share my IP because somehow I could get hacked, whatever it is, if someone sees the video. And over here, as you can see that there are some IPs. Over here, 32 bits address, whatever it, and 128 bit address, and they will give. These are the IPs which looks like they will give a column, and they will have double columns, or whatever it is. They will have columns in the IPv6, and they're the newer version with 128 bit. And in IPv4, as you can see that 32 bit, 3.4, these things are not needed. Just don't need it. Don't actually even look at this. Just you have to know this thing and this thing. So over here we use dots over here. Even in properties, they will tell you to write some properties of IPv4 and IPv6. That time you will add, or if they will tell you to say the difference and the similarities between IPv4 and IPv6. That time you actually like answer one of the things, whatever. And let's move on to our main thing. All right, here we are. Over here, as you know that these are the router things, as I have mentioned before. This is the IPv4, like this is the older version, 32 bits. In the newer version, 128 bits. There, it's already written over there. Like you won't find 32 bits or 128 bits in your computer. Like if you go to your network settings and find out with the IPs, that you will find out the IPs in your computer or in your phone, whatever it is. Less combination, more combination, can be static or dynamic. Unique address, separated using colons, separated by full stops. Like as you can see, like can be public or private. Yeah. So these are the things: static IP and dynamic IP. You will find it in your computers also. This thing is also over there. Like you can change the dynamic, static, whatever it is. You can actually like change those. Like your IP can be dynamic, your IP can be static. IP address does not change anytime on the network is connect. Dynamic IP changes each time the device connects to a network, whatever it is. IP and IP address. Over here, the other thing is that purpose of an IP. Like what is the purpose of an IP? Allocated by router, the global and network address on the internet, maybe not unique, changes, and uses 32 or 45 bits. Like if they ask you to tell the properties or purposes of IP, that time you actually write these stuffs. We have discussed MAC address. Like you will find it in the computer, like in the serial code format where 48 bits are actually over there. Separated using columns, like IPv6. You will find it out like IPv6. Like over there, you will find out a manufacturer code, like right over here. Right over here, you will find our manufacturer code. I think when I was showing mistakenly, I shown the properties of my laptop. Like what's the properties of my laptop? But to be honest with you, over there is a manufacturer code, and also like another one was like serial code, whatever it is, like serial number of a country code. Even in your foods, like in food packaging, over there you'll find out a serial code, or where the MAC is found. Like you won't find MAC, but you'll find a serial code, like for the foods and stuff like those things. Food packaging, where it was made, like that way. So here we are. Like we have actually completed the chapter as fast as possible, I could say. And thank you for like watching the video. If you are actually like, and thank you for watching the video, because actually I'm making these videos not only for everyone, but also people who actually like failed in the exam or something like that, and then coming back, getting to come back, you're revising once and once again, checking all the points and notes. This video is actually for you, or you have started your lecture and you want to complete step by step following every tutorials and lectures. This video is always for you. And if you are watching this video, please subscribe to my channel, so that I get more excited, I get more fascinated with you guys. Also, please like and comment how was the video and what's your feedback. Thank you.